Trust in internet information. A survey was taken on how much trust people place in the information they read on the internet. Construct a categorical frequency distribution for the data. A represents trust in all they read. M, trust in most of what they read. H, trust in about 1/2 of what they read. S, trust in a small portion of what they read. Okay, so this is categorical data. So this means that each data point is its own class. So we have 4 particular data points. We have all, most, half, and small portion. These are our classes. Alright? So now we just have to count up how many are in each one of them. Alright, so strategy that you might pick, I like to do shapes or colors or something. So A, there is 1, 2, 3. Is that all of them? 4. I think that's what we got, is 4. Alright, so we have 4 for our A's. Now for our M's, there's a lot of M's. Alright, so it might actually be easier to count the other ones and subtract, since we know there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right, times 1, 2, 3, 4. We know there's a total of 40 data points. So if I take my H's, 1 H, 2 H's, 3 H's, 4 H's, 5 H's, 6 H's. So there's 6 of those. And let's see, S's. They're easier to find. So we have 2 S's. So that looks like what, 12? So 40 minus 12, that'd be 8, 28. So there should be 28 M's. Okay, there's our frequency distribution. Alright, so let's also do the relative frequency distribution. Alright, and just like before, follows the same formula, F over N times 100%. Okay, so get out the old calculator. And we can do, let me show you this little trick that I like to do with this calculator, just to do it. You can put these curly brackets second, and then you put in your data. 4, 28, 6, and 2, curly, and divided by 40, multiplied by the 100, and you have your all your percentages. 10%, 70%, 15%. So we have 10%, 70%, 15%, and 5%. If you want to make sure, you can add them up. So you get, notice that there's 80, 95, 100%. So all the data has been accounted for. And with categorical data, that's it. You can't do the cumulative because there's no order. At least not a numerical order. Any order that we put on here is imposed by us and not the fact that it's supported by the numbers or the order of the number line. Okay? So that's it for the frequency distribution. Now we're going to do one type of graph. Now we could do bar graphs, we could do circle graphs. I don't like them. They're too tricky for a class. You have to have a compass and figure out the percentage and then draw the angle and have a protractor and stuff, and just, it's a pain to really do it accurately. I don't typically like to believe them when I read them in paper because they tend not to be as accurate as other things. So we're going to do something called the Pareto Chart, named after Vito Pareto. And this is a bar chart, but we impose a condition on it that we order the classes from largest to smallest, like this, right? Okay, so rather than do it on graph paper, I'll just do it here. Now, you can make the bar, these is just a bar graph, and you can make the bars touch or not touch. I prefer not touching because these classes aren't connected. You can sort them in any order you want, so I like to do that. Now when I do that, I want to make sure the spaces between them are the same, the widths are the same, because you can create a deceptive graph otherwise. So let's count these off by twos, I guess. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, like that. Alright, so our largest class is M. So I'll draw a bar, it goes up to 28, come back down. Now the next largest class is 6, which would be 8. And that goes up to 6, which is right here. Try to make it the same. And then A, which is 4. And then we have, that one's a little narrow, let's make it a little wider. And then S, which is just 2. Alright, since I made that little mess up, we'll color them in so it's like that, okay? And that's our Pareto chart. So we order the classes from largest to smallest.